Recording is rolling. It is Friday, March 8th. You guys have hard stock on your desk. We're going to make this right here. So you guys get to use your spatial skills. You guys get to think in 3D. And if you follow the steps, you'll have one of these before you walk out of class for the weekend. There's going to be sometimes origami type thought process with this, which actually has some engineering applications too. Like if you can take any flat sheet and turn it into any shape, you can see. I know NASA's used this to fold up solar panels. They can launch into space and then just unfold. There's like a biomedical application where it's like, well, what if you have like little nanobots going through your bloodstream? You could have these like moving parts, right? Yeah, something like right. That too. Before we get rolling on that, a couple other things. Daylight saving begins this weekend, so the clock's going to spring forward. So like right now, if this clock says 2 o'clock, I need to change that to 3 o'clock, like spring forward an hour. At least I'll do that before Monday, right? So we're going to lose an hour, right? So this is the one where you get 1 hour less of sleep. Ooh, yeah, that one. Also, solar eclipse. There's a solar eclipse coming up exactly 1 month from now on April 8th. So talk about that a little bit. Because there was one last semester, you guys remember. Last semester, there was this one here. This one says 2023, October 14. And the yellow band means that it's not complete. So the angular size of the moon is smaller than the sun. So if you were out here, say in New Mexico, you would see like a sun ring around the moon, right? But all these blue bands are ones where the moon will exactly cover the sun. So the moon completely blocks the sun, right? And here's the one coming up on April 8th, 2024, and that's one of these blue bands right here, right? There will not be another total solar eclipse across the states for another 20 years. So it might not be a bad idea if you could possibly like convince your parents to take the day and drive out to like Arkansas or Texas. You might be able to actually see a total solar eclipse. Now, for the one last semester, 2023, I did have you guys make these pinhole cameras. I tried this one out too, and actually it does work. And we were able to see most of it from Florida. So same thing with this one. Even if you stay in Florida for this one, you should probably be able to see like more than half of it, right? If you want to do one better than that pinhole camera, then I do recommend you guys get hold of some of these solar eclipse glasses. Now, if I put these on right now, it's going to look like somebody like turned the lights off in this room. Right? This is the only thing you can look directly at the sun with is these solar glasses. Right? There's also cheaper ones. I think you can find them for like $1 or $2 out somewhere on the internet. So yeah, if you want to get hold of some of those, I recommend you start looking around for those about now. Because if it's like 2 days before the solar eclipse, you think, oh, it's nice to have some of those glasses. It might be hard to get hold of those now. All right, so you guys good there? All right, let's make this Flexagon then. Flexagon, that's what we're making. So like I said, just follow along with me, and as long as you show me your Flexagon at the end of class, I will give you guys points in the grade book. And so everybody ready? All right, first step, do a hamburger fold. Hamburger fold. All right, you guys are off to a good start. Gonna get some points by the end of class. Everybody made a hamburger fold. Yeah. All right, now take one of these corners and fold it over so that this edge matches flush with the other side. You have an isosceles right triangle. Isosceles right triangle. Okay. So let me backtrack a couple steps. Use that again. We started with a flat page, create a hamburger fold. Right? Then take one of these corners and fold it up. So I have an isosceles right triangle. That's a 45, 45, 90 triangle right there. And so now you have a triangle next to a rectangle. You guys see a triangle next to a rectangle? You see that? Triangle next to a rectangle. Okay. I'm going to take this rectangle, fold it over, and tear it off. So fold over that rectangle. So now it looks kind of like this. All right, there's got that. All right. I'm going to fold back and forth a few times, make a really good crease there. Some of you guys might have scissors on your desk. There's a black bin full of scissors right here too, right? You can cut if you want. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to tear myself, right? But up to you. Right, so then tear this off. And that extra rectangle margin, you don't need that, so you can just toss that to the side. Okay? And now you have what looks like a square. You guys got the square shape. Okay, so unfold that, and you'll have a 2x1 rectangle. So if you're up to speed, you should have a 2x1 rectangle. It's got a 2x1 rectangle. All right, so some of you guys got it. Some of you guys are getting there. So there's a few seconds to catch up to that point. You're getting a 2x1 rectangle. All right, now you guys have the 2x1 proportion rectangle, like a hot dog full. Hot dog full. And then unfold that. Okay. So we're back to the 2x1 rectangle. Okay. Now, I've got this oriented landscape. I'm going to take the top and bottom edges and fold those each to that center crease that I just made, that hot dog crease. So it might help to take a ruler and put it flush there so you can play off that edge, right? So the top edge down to that center crease. Boom, right there. And the bottom edge up to that center crease. There. All right. There we go. All right. It's like you guys are up to that step, looks like. All right. All right. Now you have a left half and a right half. You guys see left half and a right half? All right. Well, I don't exactly want two halves. I really want 8/8. So let's do quarters, and then eventually we'll get to eighths. So I'll fold the left half to the center crease here. And then fold the right half to match that center crease. That'll give me quarters. I could if I pull it apart. Ooh, looks like a big M. So like a Gmail M. So that. And then so that's quarters, but I need eighth. So take left half, or sorry, left edge, and fold it over to the 1/4 mark. That gives me the 1/8 mark. Take the left edge and fold it all the way over to the opposite 3/4 mark. That gives you the 3/8 mark. Then coming from the right, fold the right to the quarter on the right side, and then all the way over to the 1/4 mark on the opposite side. All right, and that'll give you 8/8. All right. So we walk around the room, check, make sure everybody's up to that stuff. Oh yeah, some of you guys got that already. You guys about halfway there. All right. Using the ruler as a tool is probably a good idea too. I can press that down. Make some really nice creases. All right. So 8/8. All right, I think everybody's got 8/8 now. Everybody's got 8/8, looks like. Okay, everybody good? All right. All right. All right, you guys ready to do some artwork? So I'm gonna draw a pattern on here. You guys draw the same pattern as I'm gonna. I'm gonna start with some dots. So put a dot right smack in the middle, like right at the center mass. Okay. There's one dot. Then go to the top edge and the bottom edge from that point. Boom, boom. There's a total of 3 dots. Okay. Then you're gonna put the same 3 dots at the 1/4 mark. 1, 2, 3. And at the 3/4 mark. 1, 2, 3. For a total of 9 dots. Let's go ahead and draw those 9 dots. Right, those 9 dots. So 3 right along the center mark, and then at the 1/4, and then at the 3/4. There's 9 dots. Right. So I hope you have do you have a ruler within reach? Ruler, right? Who does not have a ruler? Who does not have a ruler? Okay, so everybody does have a ruler, right? Okay. Right. So let's draw some straight lines. Right. I'm gonna draw 2 diamonds side by side. You guys will see my pattern after I draw this bit here. So I'm playing off those dots and off the, well, okay, yeah, you guys can see what I'm drawing. Okay. Go ahead and draw that pattern right there. You guys see 2 diamonds side by side? 2 diamonds. Okay, go ahead and draw those 2 diamonds. Playing off those dots. Okay, once you have the 2 diamonds, I'm going to add to this picture. I'm going to draw an X through each diamond so that the new lines that I'm adding are just parallel to the lines that are already there. Okay. And what you'll end up with are 2 sets of parallel lines. Right? Right. Okay, so one way to think of it is there were a couple of diamonds there, and I just drew an X through each diamond. Right? Another perspective is that there are these 2 sets of parallel lines. You guys see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines that are parallel in that direction, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines are parallel in the other direction. So 10 lines total, 5 parallel one way, 5 parallel the other way. All right. So you guys have that pattern? All right. Once you have that pattern, all right. Now this next step is really critical to getting a really well working Flexagon. So if you want to have one that works like this, like turns really well before you leave class today, okay, then it's probably going to come down to how well you do this next step, which is each of those lines are 5 one way, 5 the other way. You want to fold a really nice crease. And a good way to do that is to throw down a ruler and to fold along that line using the ruler. Right. So there's 1 down, 9 to go. Right. Notice I'm making a really good crease that's exactly on that line I just drew. Okay. Okay. Walk around the room, look like your guys' patterns are correct. So the lines are in the correct places. Just got to make really good crease marks all along those lines. Conveniently, you might see if you have one of these plastic rulers like I do that the spacing between any pair of lines happens to align with the width of the ruler. So that's a nice lucky coincidence. Might possibly be helpful. Right. Make sure you have some nice crispy creases on each of those lines. Right, there's 5 one way. I'm going to switch over and do 5 the other way. All right, recording is resumed. Looks like you guys are up to here. All right, so you guys got 10 really nice creases, right? 5 one way, 5 the other way. Right, right. Next step. Remember how you guys have these 8 panels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Right. Now, since I'm working with this cardstock material, I think all you guys have cardstock. Right. Then what I'm going to do is fold over one and only one of these panels and tear it off. Now, if you're working with regular copy paper, then skip the step, right? So only do the step if you have the cardstock. If you have regular copy paper, then skip the step. But if you have cardstock, then I'm going to tear off one of these panels. This will actually make a better Flexagon with the cardstock, right? So now I'm down to 7 panels. Okay, so I want the 7 panels. All right, you guys got those 7 panels. Okay. All right. You don't put it all the way out. So, all right, ready for our next step. I'm gonna loop this around like a well, make a loop, right? And we're gonna tuck one side into the other, make like a bracelet type shape. Okay. Now, if you compare the left and right sides, they might be the same size, or it might be that one side's a little bit bigger than the other. So you can tell, like, okay, I want to tuck this side into this side because it'll fit a little bit better, or just like that. One's a little bit bigger than the other, like that. Okay. So tuck one side into the other side. Okay. Now I'm just going to overlap one panel. Make sure that the lines lined up so that one panel exactly covers another panel. Okay. Now, if you use the copy paper, so you hadn't cut off one of those panels, you want to overlap two. So 2 panels on the left would overlap with 2 on the right. Just a little bit harder to tuck it in. Okay, but since I cut off one of the panels and I have 7, I'm just going to overlap 1 and 1. Make it look like that. Right. Now from above, it looks like a hexagon. Hexagon. All right. So, okay. All right. So you guys had a long strip. You curl around in a loop and then tuck one side into the other side. Now from above, it looks like a hexagon shape. Right, you guys got the hexagon shape? It looks like. You guys got that? All right, are we good so far? All right. Yeah. Okay. So we got this bracelet looking deal. Okay. Right now, you guys remember? You guys made those 10 really crispy folds, right? 5 one way, 5 the other way. Right. We're about to play off those. So I'm gonna take top and bottom and push these together. Right. So they go like this. Right? Then rotate this 120 degrees and push these 2 in. Then rotate 120 degrees, push these 2 in. A little better like that. There you go. Okay. So that, this is I'm rotating around. I got like these 3 hexagonal faces. Got like 3 hexagonal faces. Right? Yeah, we got to pause this, walk around, and make sure you guys are doing all right there. All right, so ready for next step. Right, so again, as I'm going around, I got these 3 hexagonal faces. I'll throw you guys another tidbit too. Walk around. Look, I don't think anybody ran into this issue, but right, you guys see like a diamond shape right there, a diamond shape. Right now, what you don't want is this. Right, if it happens to be pushed in like that, that's bad. You don't want that. So if somehow it was pushed in, you just want to reach inside and pop that out. Okay. Right. So if it looks like this, where it's like crunched in, just reach inside and pop it out. Okay. Right. Just like that. Okay. Now, those 3 hexagonal faces, hexagonal face, hexagonal face, hexagonal face, and grab top and bottom corners and push those in to meet in the center of the ring. Then rotate 120 degrees, do it to this pair. Then rotate again, this pair. And that gives you a flexagon. Should just rotate around and around and around. There you go. So yeah, just show me that you finished that, and I'll give you points in the grade book. That'll be a wrap on the week. Remember to change your clocks.